Hello and welcome to Gadget Joe, and today we take a look at the 1More Comfobuds Pro. We have our hands on the ComfoBuds Pro by 1More, a company growing on the audio scene at an outstanding rate, and today we are going to find out how their wireless in-ear headphones stack against some of the competition. Before we go into the performance of the ComfoBuds, let's take a look at the packaging and the technical details. The box is small and vibrant with some highly detailed images and fonts around it, with some key features on the sides. Opening the box, you are greeted with a contemporary modern presentation with a blueprint-esque aesthetic in the artwork. The case is more like a pod or a slimline egg shape, which fits nicely in the hand and also fits nicely in your trouser pockets too without being too obtrusive, because let's face it, nobody wants to see an unnecessary bulge. The box that the pod sits in also contains a small carry bag with the 1More logo on it and a short USB Type-C charging cable too. It does seem we are finally getting more products utilising Type-C at last. Underneath this you get a 1More beer vinyl sticker, a QR code warrant card and a surprisingly hefty user manual. The charging pod, egg, case, whatever you want to call it, is nice and sleek, coming in at only 40 grams in weight, despite the 450 mAh battery enclosed within that is enough to charge your ComfoBuds multiple times over. The case is only 80mm long, 37.5mm wide and 30mm deep. Charging the case takes just 2 hours to completely charge, although it does feature a fast charge feature for the headphones themselves. The buds themselves are very compact, slimline and clean looking. They feel very premium and solid and have no creaks or movement at all when being compressed. They are lightweight too at just 5.2 grams each, but still house a 50 mAh battery for up to 8 hours of use at a time. They are only 42mm long, 23mm wide and 21mm deep too, so they won't stand out when they're in your ears. The tips of the earbuds are a good quality silica material that is comfortable in your ears and provides a nice secure seal, not only to keep them in your ears but also provide a good seal for the active noise cancellation features of the ComfoBuds Pro headphones. The ComfoBuds Pro feature list is impressively extensive despite the compact size, with a quick charge function that allows up to 2 hours use from just a 15-minute charge, up to 8 hours on a full charge with active noise control off, or up to 6 hours with ANC on. The case can provide an additional 20 hours of use overall. They have a 10-meter wireless range using Bluetooth 5.0 and operate between the 2.4 and 2.48 GHz frequency band. 4-stage active noise cancellation modes, from basic wind noise resistance to eliminate wind noise, pass-through mode that utilises the built-in mic to allow all sounds to come through without needing to take the headphones out of your ear, and also ANC modes in mild for noisy everyday environments such as cafes, shopping centres, etc., and ANC strong for maximum noise reduction on public transport or noisy environments. They feature a powerful but compact 13.4mm ultra-linear driver with extended bass capabilities. The headphones can be controlled either by the headset themselves with touch control or via the 1More Music app, which all app stores will have. When it comes to powering and charging for the ComfoBuds, you can either have a battery percentage shown on the app itself, or alternatively via the lights on the case. When it is fully charged, there is a green light, amber for half battery and red for low battery. The headphones themselves will flash red when battery is low, and also play a notification sound to let you know. When they are in the case, they will automatically charge themselves when the lid is closed. The good thing is, when they are full, they will stop charging to protect the battery life. Opening the case will automatically switch on the headphones and allow them to pair with each other instantly. They will also automatically connect to any device upon opening the case too, and disconnect when in the case and the lid is closed. Pairing the headsets is a doddle too. Simply fire up the Android Play Store or Apple App Store and search for 1More Music. Install the app and then turn your Bluetooth on. Connect to the ComfoBuds in your Bluetooth menu and then proceed back to the app for some detailed battery percentages of each earpiece and the case itself. You also have some extra features such as going through the aforementioned noise cancellation modes, but you can only change these within the app when they are in your ear. You can also get some tips on the touch controls of each headset, such as double tap for pause and play, The app is simple to use and follow and is a nice touch for personalisation. Moving now to the real world performance of the ComfoBuds. We decided to put it against two other wireless earbuds. We have the similarly priced Kumi Earsol TWS 817A and a more budget-friendly Amazon special generic brand set. Let's take a look at the overall build quality and aesthetic. The Earsols by Kumi are the smallest in terms of physical footprint, however they are much taller and bulkier than the other two. The ComfoBuds and generic set are similar dimensions, however the ComfoBuds rounded shape actually makes it a much nicer unit to hold, and when putting them all in your pockets, the ComfoBuds reign superior here, as the rounded shape is less obvious than the other two. When it comes to battery power, charging and usage, the ComfoBuds come into their own. The generic set by Amazon features a large 750mAh battery, and even has a USB output for use as an external power bank. However, the case charge takes a long time using USB micro and takes around 12 hours to fully charge and only allows for up to a total of 18 hours playtime. The build quality is pretty much what you would expect for the lower price option. The case is flimsy and made of thin plastic and feels like it could crack or break if dropped. The backlit battery percentage on it is a nice touch though. The magnets holding the headphones are surprisingly strong, and even when I shook them upside down they stayed put. The Kumi Earsols fare better with a slightly smaller 720mAh total power, but features USB Type-C charging for faster charging, with a full charge taking around 6 hours. The build quality is overall good. The case does have a bit of movement and flex, but generally feels relatively solid. The magnets that hold the headphones into the case, however, are quite weak. I tested them by shaking them upside down and they unfortunately fell out, which could make them easier to lose. The 1More Comfobuds, however, have hit a sweet spot with their battery power and low energy consumption. Whilst it has the smallest battery capacity of all three at only 550mAh total, it actually offers up to an impressive 28 hours playtime and also features quick charging functionalities with the ability to charge both headsets and case completely in just 3 hours. What's more is the 1More build quality is much more superior of the three here. The case feels solid and well made, and the magnets are strong and hold the headphones in securely even under heavy movements. Next we take a look at the fit and durability of each headset. For this I'm going to sample each set to see how comfortable they are in my ears, and also shake my head like a lunatic to see if they stay in my ears or just simply fall out. The Amazon generic set fit well, but are incredibly light despite their chunkier size. They don't feel too secure in your ear, and the large size does make them feel a bit uncomfortable. However, with that said, they did stay in quite well when I shook my head fast and in different directions. The buds do feel quite loose overall, however, which could affect noise reduction. The Kumi Earsols do feel much nicer in the ear. They have a good size and shape to fit inside the ear in a much more comfortable way. They also manage to stay in well under extreme movement with a decent seal on the tips too for noise cancellation. The ComfoBuds are a different design and share a resemblance to the Apple AirPods with the long stem. I expected these to feel awkward, however they are actually very comfortable and felt much more natural than the other two. It feels more like a classic headphones just without the wires. The stem sits nicely along my jawline and keeps it steady. They are also very sturdy under extreme movement, and the tips provide a much tighter seal too for the noise cancellation. Let's now take a look at the sound of each set. I used each set for a total of 1 week each to give them a fair chance to see how they performed in different situations. I expected a lot from the 1More Comfobuds and very little from the generic set. In terms of comfort when used for long durations, the ComfoBuds easily hit the higher score here. They sat well, and that stem actually aided in supporting the headset so that even after long durations they never became heavy in my ears. The Earsols also performed well, but after some time they felt uncomfortable in my ears due to the shape of them. The generic set actually felt too big and clumsy, making them uncomfortable for longer periods. When it comes to battery duration, I had used each for an average of around 15 hours each week, whilst doing different tests to put them under a lot of everyday tests. The generic set needed charging twice, despite stating that they had an 18-hour life. The Earsols lasted the duration of my testing, however they are on 5% for each of the headsets now, which actually means they would last a good duration for the average user between charging. The ComfoBuds, however, still have a 38% case battery charge and between 70 and 80% on each headset, and they far surpass my expectations even when I use the strongest noise cancellation, which naturally takes more power. When it comes to audio, this is where the ComfoBuds really did come into their own. Out of the three, they outperformed both the generic and the ESOLs on every test. That 13.4mm ultra-linear driver delivers super crisp highs and lows with no distortion in sound quality even at the highest volume. The bass is deep and rooted but not overpowering, and the sound is very well balanced, so songs or videos that utilise the stereo or multi-directional surround aspect sounded fantastic. The sound is loud enough to drown out a lot of background noise even with it on its lowest setting. The lowest setting of wind noise reduction is effective at getting rid of exactly what its intended purpose is, the wind noise. You can still hear conversations and noise around you in this mode. The pass-through mode is very intuitive, if not a little bit nauseating for me at times. That might just be because it's not a traditional way of listening to music through headphones. The built-in mic enables conversations to be amplified whilst the music is playing too, and whilst it certainly is handy, it can bend your mind a little bit. The mild ANC mode is an option I found myself opting for most of the time. It does a very good job of really shutting off sound around you and allowing you to focus on the music, but still leaves enough to hear any loud noises around you. Especially good if you were walking in a busy street and you still need to be aware of your surroundings. The strong ANC mode is super effective and really does shut off almost all of the background noise, so much so that I couldn't hear my kids talking to me when stood right next to me. So that's a mode that will be very good for parents. Call quality is clear, and people stated that my voice sounded clear and loud too. Operating the units were very simple also. Both the generic headset and the ESOLs were good performers overall, but neither particularly stood out in any one area. The ESOLs were closest to the ComfoBuds performance of the two. The generic set actually sounded very tinny at loud volumes and distorted, whereas the ESOLs did manage to keep a good sound level when at full volume, albeit slightly lower in volume than the 1More Comfobuds. Overall, the ComfoBuds really impressed me in this in-depth review and did indeed perform exactly how it was stated to perform, something that has become synonymous with the quality of 1More products in general. For the price point, I would go as far as to argue that they are almost unbeatable in performance and value. I opted to put them against other sets to try and get a real-world comparison to others on the market of similar specifications and purpose, and in the end, they outperform them in every aspect, sound-wise and in battery performance. The ESOLs were built well and were a good contender, but let themselves down on multiple points, and the generic set was pretty much what you would expect when you go for a budget range. The 1More ComfoBuds Pro are a very viable option to look at if you're in the market for some wireless headphones with fantastic battery, sound quality and build quality. And as always, there is a link in the description below if you wish to get your hands on your own too. And that's it from me for now, and until the next one, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. Goodbye.